Hello, grade 10, lesson 8.7, simplifying radical expressions, page 528. Practice page 533, number 21, 23, 29, 31, 35, 45, 55, 73, and 85. Let's start with the properties of radicals. Radicals mean roots, whether it is square root, cube root, fourth root. We have four properties for the radicals. Root n for a negative a power n, it is equals a, means this n will cancel the root, this n will cancel the root since they are the same rank. But if this n is even, this even will cancel also the negative number. If n is even, like root negative 3 squared, this is root the square root of negative 3 squared. It will be positive 3. So the root will cancel the square because both are two opposite operations, and also will cancel the negative sign. But if n is odd number, like 3, 5, so it will not. It will cancel the radical, but it will not cancel the negative. Like the cube root of negative 3 power 3. This will cancel the root, but it will the negative sign will remain. The third property, if you have a product of two numbers under the root, so you can split them. You can split them. If you have a division, also you can split them. Let's take some problems. Number 20, simplify this. The cube root of negative 27 x power 5. The negative 27 is negative 3 power 3. So this will cancel this, and since they are odd number, so the negative will remain. It will be negative 3. And also x power 3, the 3 will cancel the root. It will be only x. But x square will stay under the root because this square cannot cancel the rank of the root. 28, 40 a power 7, all power 1 over 3. The 1 over 3 as a exponent is a radical. You can change it like this. The 1 over 3 as a power is the cube root of. And if it is 1 over 2, it will be a square root. So it's the cube root of 40 a power 7. The 40 is 8 times 5. And a power 7 can be a power 3 times a power 3 times a power 1, because if you add the power 3 plus 3 plus 1, it will be 7. Why did I split them? To match the rank of the root. Because the 8, the cube root of 8 equals what? 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. But this 5 will remain. So there is a 5 here. I didn't write. The a power 3, the 3 will cancel the ranks. It will be only a. And this also will be a. But this cannot be cancelled, the root, so it will stay under the root. So finally it is 2a times a equals a square cube root of 5a. This is 5a. What about this cube root of 3y squared? times cube root of 9y squared. You can merge these two roots in one, like this. The 3 times 9 equals 27, y squared times y squared equals y power 4. And then the 27 is 3 power 3, and the y power 4 equals y power 3 times y power 1, because 1 plus 3 equals 4. And then get the cube root, the 3 power 3, cube root of 3 power 3 equals only 3. The y cubed, the cube root of y cubed equals only y, and this will stay under the root. 32, 16x squared all power 3 times root 3 of 4x. Change this to root. Yes, it will be the cube root of 16x squared. And then merge these two roots in one. The 16 times 4 equals 64. And x squared times x equals x power 3. And then the 64, the cube root of 64 equals 4, because 4 times 4 times 4 equals 64. And x cubed, the cube root of x cubed, it will be only x. 36. 42, a power 4, all power half. All power half means square root. And then merge these two square roots in one, it will be like this. And then simplify. If you divide this by divide this by 2 and divide this by 2, this will be 4 and this will be 21. A power 4 and a power 5 subtract the power, it will be a power 1 down, because a power 5 is greater than a power 4, so it will be a power 1. And then let's see how can you get it. The square root of 4 equals 2, but it's underneath. And the 21 doesn't have square root, and 8 doesn't have square root, so keep them under the square root. 46. This is subtraction. Just remove the brackets, distribute the negative sign. Negative times negative, it will be positive, and negative times positive, it will be negative. And then add the like terms. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Root 7 minus 2 root 7 equals 1 root 7, but negative. It's as if 1 minus 2, it will be negative 1. 56, this is multiplication. This multiplication. Multiply the negative 6 times 4, negative 24. Negative 6 times 2 root 5. It will be negative 12 root 5. Root 5 times negative 4, it will be negative 4 root 5. Root 5 times 2 root 5. The root 5 times root 5 equals 5, because it will be root 5 square, which is 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. Finally, it is 10. And then add the like terms. The negative 24 plus 10 equals negative 14, and these two terms equals negative 16 root 5. Here simplify. 1 over root 2. If you have root in the denominator, like this one or this one, you need to multiply by the root itself. Look, if it is root 2, multiply by root 2 up and down. This will make this a real number, because root 2 times root 2 equals 2. 1 times root 2 equals 2. Since the denominator is a real number, it's not root, so it is simplified now. So what about this one? You have root 5 minus 1. Root 5 minus 1. What should I do? I have to multiply it by the conjugate. Conjugate of this number is the same number, but with different sign. This is called the conjugate. Up and down. And then if you multiply this down, you will get this, which is 4 in the end. If you multiply this by 12, distribute the 12, it will be like this, and then simplify. It will be like this. And then negative 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Root 5, 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Finally, it doesn't have root in the denominator, because if you have root in the denominator, it will be math error.